Okay, so hi Lisa, thank you very much for what you do for us. I've prepared a question for today's live event. Could you please help to sort it out if you will find the question and my English acceptable? When I ask myself a question, who suffers or who is asking, there is no response and I'm not able to find one actually. This helps to cancel the feeling, and when all feelings are cancelled, there's only something basic left. Who is looking and hearing what happens outside as it is, without label it, or feel anything about it. It looks like initial point or the source. Please help to clarify these things. Does it look like what teachers call the source? Is this the target point of our search? We may go deeper through the gates. I do understand intellectually that this source is the same nature and everything else, but there is no special sense of oneness or joy or freedom, just nothing. Everything is empty, and I need to stop this practice to continue normal flow of life, to work or to eat or to whatever. I can't be same emptiness and do anything. Doing requires attention to do it, which comes from the ego. How to be empty and continue to live at the same time. So this is just an initial stage of awakening where the separate you recognizes that everything isn't coming from you, but coming from an emptiness. But it's still you that recognizes it. But that's an important stage for the you to recognize that, because that fundamentally changes the you and will stop a certain amount of seeking and idea patterns and will relax the person to an extent. Then what begins to happen is there's a deeper seeing of that, but it's not somebody's deeper seeing of that. It begins to go beyond the deeper seeing, and then there can be all these different stages, and then eventually the energy will shift and it will see that nobody was ever experiencing and nobody ever looked out of your eyes. And then there will not be a division anymore between a you and an outside world. The you will be appearing like the outside world to that emptiness. So it's a stage that you're in, Sergi. So just let that stage take its place. What the mind wants to do is it wants to say where it is in time, how much more time it will take to get there. Is it enlightened or isn't it? But notice all of those thoughts are appearing and disappearing in a boundless emptiness. And it's not about staying in that emptiness, because who would stay in that emptiness? You can practice that if the person's really uncomfortable. You can practice staying in the I am. But know ultimately that there is no one to practice, and that who you are doesn't belong to that person practicing. That person is appearing and disappearing in who you truly are, which is a boundless freedom. And you can also call it love.